Yeah, YouTube Texas Blades here. So I just got this Mora, it's the 511 knife for my kids for their first 6-blade knives. Excuse me. And I have these Wahoo Killer knives that I bought some time ago for $2 a piece from Bud K. And it's supposed to be like a Mora knockoff is what it is, more or less, for $2. This one right here cost me about $7. It's a B grade Mora. It just has a couple little blemishes on the blade. Nothing that's going to keep it from working. This is not going to be a field test comparison. We're going to do that next time we go camping. I'm going to field test them. And I might bring my camera along for the first time and actually do some filming out there. I just don't like filming when we go out because YouTube's my time. You know, that's me time. Camping is family time. That's not me time. That's, you know, so the wife don't really want me doing videos and stuff when we're out there. That's, you know, that's time I spend with my wife and kids, not time I spend doing my own hobby. And that's what YouTube is to me. It's just a little hobby. So, quick comparison on these knives. First thing we'll compare is the blades. And there's just no comparison to the blades at all. The Mora knife takes it every time. This is just some cheap Chinese stainless steel. This is a nice high carbon 1095. You can see the grind on this one's just shameful. I mean, anybody whoever ground this knife needs to be, you know, kind of slapped and given a new job. Or just fired. You can see the grind on this one. It's just about perfect. Couldn't get a better Scandinavian grind. You can see this one, it thins out down here, and this is how thick it's supposed to be, and then it widens out real wide up top, and it does the same thing on the other side. Now this knife has seen some action, and I'm going to say this knife, I can get this knife just as sharp as this knife. This knife gets razor sharp, man. You just have to work on it a little bit, and you can see I did do the micro grind into the bevel. It just made it easier to sharpen for me. I'm not going to do that with these. I'm going to sharpen these the traditional way you're supposed to sharpen a Scandinavian grind. So there is no comparison on the blades themselves. This one is going to win every time. Now I want to talk about the handles. You can see about the same size. This handle is designed off the Mora Clipper. I believe it's the Clipper. So it's a little bit meatier, holds a little bit better, definitely more comfortable. It's a rubber handle, whereas this one's just, you know, a hard plastic. You got these diamonds for grip on this one. I wish there would have been a little, you know, thumb indentation right here, some jimping or something, so you can press down on it, and there's not on the Mora either. But this knife isn't really for pressure cutting. You're not putting a lot of pressure on something when you cut it. You're just kind of filleting it, and that's what this knife is sold as a fillet knife, although it's way too thick to be a fillet knife. And you can see the blades. The stainless blade is a little bit thicker, yet a lot weaker. I have yet to break one of these knives. I actually tried. I did some batoning with them. I did some field test videos that I did around the house, and I've actually already posted those. It's the Mora knockoff field test, I believe is what it's called. So you can see this knife has had heavy use, and I do know a little bit about this knife. I bought a lot of them just to have backups for toolboxes, you know, fishing tackle boxes, stuff like that. And for 10 of these, I paid about the same price that you would pay for 2 of these. So I got 10 of these. These are just, you know, my disposable throwaway Mora knockoffs, and this is the one I've been using. I've yet to lose it. So blade comparison, there is no comparison. Handle comparison, again, I believe there is no comparison. This one's going to take it over the Mora every time, just because of the way it feels in my hand. It feels good. It's thick enough. It actually somehow it feels longer. You see how my finger just fits on that divot right there, just perfect. Now on the Mora, it hangs over. So it does feel like this handle is a bit bigger as well. And it's surprising me with that as well. I thought I would like the Mora handle a lot better than the knockoff handle. I don't. I like this handle better. I like this blade better. If you could put this handle on this blade, it'd just be great. The sheaths. This is the Mora. This is the Mora knockoff. Not much difference. In fact, this one's a little bit heavier than this one. This one probably weighs an ounce. This one probably weighs 2 or 3 ounces. This one indents a little bit on top when you press in on it. The Mora does not. You can see the clips. This one will actually clip onto a belt, and it does stay on there. It's got 2 little prongs in there that kind of keep it from slipping off. I've used this knife in the woods many days, and I haven't lost it yet, so it does stay on your belt. This one has no clip. I believe they sell something that slides into here to turn it into a clip, but it did not come with it buying the knife. See, they both have drain holes. So let's do the shake test. More knockoff. No play at all. The Mora. Lots of play. Okay. More knockoff. I'm just holding it like this. Now the Mora. So you can see the sheaths, there's no comparison. This one wins over the Mora every time. The handles, this one wins every time. The only thing I can say good about the Mora is the blade itself. This blade's trash. This blade's not. Every other test I've really thrown at it, this one takes it. You know, and I'm not talking about cutting tests. I'm not talking about batoning. You're not supposed to baton with either one of these knives, by the way. I just did it with this one just to see if I could break it, and it didn't break. It held up fine. This one will hold an edge for a really long time. This one will not. I carved this entire spoon with this knife, except for the bowl. You know, I did the bowl with the tool you're supposed to. I had to sharpen it twice just to do this little bitty spoon. So it doesn't hold an edge very well. I'll give Mora the win on the blade every time. But as far as the sheath, the handle, you see what takes it. It's going to be the Mora knockoff. Surprised me too, people. Who'd have thought $2 cheap Mora knockoff knife would outperform an actual Mora in any category? I didn't think it would. I didn't think it would outperform the Mora in any category, and it does in quite a few. So next, we're going to do a video on field tests on both these knives. We're going to be testing them, putting them both to the through the torture test. And we're going to see which one holds up better. We'll see which one's sharpest to begin with, and we'll see which one's sharpest in the end, and I'll pretty much know what it's going to be. But we'll find out together in the next video. That's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching, YouTube.